One of the great features we have is the ability to add filters. And I want to show you a few of those right now. So we've actually selected a little piece of video right here. And if we go up here to the plus symbol, first of all, we're in the filters tab down here. We hit the plus symbol, you're going to see that we've got some favorites. We've got video filters, and there's quite a few of them in here. And we've got audio filters, also quite a few of them in here. And we've got filters that do some fun things. We've got filters that do serious things. So for instance, if you needed to do a blur, we've got one that does a blur. If you need to do color grading, we can do that. We can crop, we can add diffusion, we can fade in, fade out, add glow. Okay, all of these different filters are in here, mirror. And then we've got some filters for old film looks, and these are kind of fun. So for instance, Technicolor, okay, gives it that really bright, oversaturated look. And we can pull that back out of there. Another one that is in here is the scratches. So you got film scratches, and if we play this back, it'll actually play back in real time to an extent.
We'd like to give you the opportunity to work with.
That adds those nice little scratch lines to it. But of course, we can make this even worse by adding more. So we could add a projector filter to it. And we can even add a grain filter to it. And we'll even add a dust filter to it. And you can see this is getting worse and worse by the moment. And if we come back here,
we'd like to give you the opportunity to work with.
See, it's got that really good, and that's all real time right there, folks, in high def even. So we can actually remove some of these now. And of course, you can adjust any of these along the way. And one of the coolest features in here is actually the 3D text, which is actually done with HTML, believe it or not. And so what we have here is we got this 3D text, and of course we can adjust the size of the 3D text. We can adjust the depth of the 3D text, make it thicker and make it thinner. Okay. We got the ability to tilt it in any direction we want there. Horizontal movement. Okay. Vertical movement. So there's just a lot of great little features in here with this. And of course we can come in and we can change the colors of this. If we wanted it to be a little bit red, we could make it red. Okay. And we can remove the bevel if we want. We can also make it less bold. And we can choose our font, of course. There's different fonts in there. And then we can actually save this as a preset if we want to for next time. But that's how easy it is to add 3D text in there. Let's remove that out of there for a moment. We'll look at a couple more of these. We can do the sepia tones if you want to do that old photo look. So just a lot of really cool vignettes, and this is adjustable. So you can do kind of that nice vignette around it if you wanted to. Okay, we've got, let's see what other filters we have. We've got to stabilize here, and obviously this doesn't need to be stabilized, but if you've got footage where it's got a little bit of handshake, this will actually do from some very high-level stabilization like you'd see in something like Final Cut Pro. So that's really exciting. You got white balance, you've got wave, which is, of course, is that dream effect. Okay, you can see. Okay, so you got that in there. And there's going to be a lot more of these added over time, of course. You got the crop, you got the color grading, which we should probably take a look at here. This allows you to control each aspect of your colors here, from the shadows to the mids to the highs. Okay, so you can change your shadows. There's really not much in the dark areas to really see a huge difference there in this one, but the bright areas and the mid-tones. So all these things that we can do with this here. So very, very good color grading. Not something you usually see in a software like this, so that's really great. You can do rotating, you can do overlays of HTML. Believe it or not, you can actually do, and I'm not an expert at this yet, but you can actually do HTML5 animations on your videos, which is really, really cool. I'll have to share a video of that later. And let's see, anything else that we want to see? You got the opacity, of course. We can do that. We can mirror it. We can invert colors so we can get that that negative effect there. Okay, and the same thing goes for our audio filters as well. We've got a lot of audio filters in here. So So we switch to audio. You can see that we've got balance, band pass, bass and treble, compression, copy channel, delay, down mix, expander, fade in audio, fade in video, fade out audio, gain, high pass, limiters, low pass, normalize, notch, pan, reverb, and swap channels. So all those fun little filters in there. And of course, any of these can be saved as a favorite here so you can get to it easily. So those are just some of the filters that are in there. Again, the 3D text is kind of the cool one for me, but there's a lot of great stuff in there. So I hope you like that.